All right, welcome back. Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. The next channeling is our first daylight channeling. I don't think it'll be any different because I'm not locked into channeling just at night. I can't imagine. But let's do this. We have beverage. Today's topic is happiness. I want to thank you. We have 101 subscribers, and I'm grateful. Amazing. 101 subscribers. The universe doesn't contain words for how grateful I feel. We're going to get started here. It's happiness part 2. And as I'm saying this, happiness part 1 is yet to be, that's the next video that goes up, and this will be the next one behind. And yeah, we'll see what we've got here for you. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome. It has been a moment. We are glad you are here, Josh. We're going to talk about happiness today. Why are you unhappy? What are you doing in your universe to create unhappiness? Why are you unhappy? Why are you not aligned with your happiness? What are you doing that is making you more unhappy? Why are you buying things that make you unhappy? Why are you creating relationships that make you unhappy? Do you see happiness in your homework? Why do you, when you do your homework, when you did your homework and you circled what made you unhappy and what made you happy, what are you seeing on that list? Who do you want to be? What are you looking to be in your universe? You are not a happy species. You are doing things based on trauma that make you unhappy, that leave you in an unhappy situation. Why do you allow yourselves to be unhappy? That is a question you must answer for yourselves. This is not Saint Germain's problem. This is your problem. You are the ones creating a universe out of alignment, dervishing into unhappiness for yourselves. Why are you dervishing into unhappiness for yourselves? That is the question that you have to answer for yourselves. When you wake up in the morning, are you happy? What are you doing to make things happy for you? What is the first thing you are doing? When you wake up in your dawning, your morning, I don't know what your morning, but nonetheless, when you wake up in your morning, are you reaching for your cell phone? Are you reaching for your Instagram, your TikTok, your Facebook, even your YouTube, unless you're watching something to center you, like Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, or many of your other teachers? There are lots of people making videos just for you in the morning to help you to be aligned to your highest and best, most intentioned self. Are you watching that, or are you watching war and violence and hate and anger? It is all your choice what you choose to watch. But will you be happy in your day? Will you find centered, grounded happiness? No. You will find that your field is brought down just a little bit by the density of you watching war, by you watching anger, by you watching things that bring down your field. You must slow down and watch things that bring up your field. You choose not to, that is your choice, but you get what you put out. The energies will reciprocate slowing down of your universe. And the grand universal field in all. Remember, what you are watching, you are sending to the grand field. If you're watching war, if you're watching violence, if you're watching things that bring down your field, what do you expect will happen in your universe? If you're sending things to the field from your energy field, first thing in the morning, what do you think you're going to return later in the day? Will your day have been satisfied? Will you have been the most helpful? Will you have been the most aligned with who you are as source love? Or will you be grounded in the dense trauma body, looking for what you cannot find because you are grounded in the dense trauma body? We apologize, but sometimes when Josh channels, you can get a coffee sort of dry throat thing. We all have effects when we deeply channel, when we are allowing Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, or whoever you might channel. If you are channeling, say, Archangel Michael, or if you are channeling Yogananda, for example. Whoever you are channeling, you channel differently. And every channels differently. For Josh, he gets dehydrated. It's right in the back of his throat. This is a lot of work for his throat chakra. And so his throat gets very dry. But I digress. When you wake up in your morning, are you in morning and grabbing your phone, or are you in dawning and reaching up into your universe? Are you in morning and grabbing your phone and looking for the saddest headlines from the news? Are you reaching into your CNN and your Fox News network or your BBC to see what they want to tell you for today? Are you letting them program your happiness, or are you programming your happiness for you? Are you allowing yourself to wake up and breathe? We do not recommend reaching for your phone, even though Josh even does it sometimes. We are who we are. We are programmed at this point. We have had phones in our hands for nearly 20 years in some cases for people. At this point, it is ingrained in humanity. It would be funny to see, but the human species grow with a cell phone in its own hand as a extension way down the line. Ha ha ha. But of course you cannot grow plastic and other components that make up a cell phone, but it seems as if they are attached to the hand, so to speak. Ha ha ha. But again, I digress. When you wake up in your dawning, then what are you doing? Are you reaching for your CNN, your Fox News, or your Instagram and Facebook to see what your others in your universe or other universes that you may not even interact with but watch when you are not dealing with your own universe? Are you watching what they are doing? Are you centering yourself? Are you breathing? Are you making an intentional checklist for your day? I want to bring more love. I intend to go to the store. I intend to make my spouse her favorite meal, his favorite meal. I intend to be of love. Wherever I go, in every interaction, what are you doing? What are you setting? If you're reading war and violence and my bank may close and this and that and, the things that are going on your planet that we need not discuss. If you are ginning those energies up in your field and not sending it love, at least if they come across your universe, if you're reading about this stuff, your day will be less big. Your day will be smaller. You brought your grand source energy love field down upon you. You can do that. You will get the results that you ask for based on the energies that you put out. Will you be happy? I do not think so, but that is up to you. If you find happiness in your sadness, and watching sadness and in reading about sadness and in carrying that sadness in your energetic field and producing that sadness and pushing that sadness to the grand energetic field, that is your choice. You can enjoy that or you cannot. But who would really enjoy sending negatives to the grand source energy field? But if you do not know better, because you have been a negative for so long, this is all you will know, and this will be your stasis. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about that. If you do nothing, you change nothing, nothing changes, you become who you are, frozen in time. If you want to release who you are frozen in time, you must do different. You must not wake up and watch your CNN or Fox News or Microsoft, Bill Gates, ha ha ha, NBC. Why not wake up and put your hand on your heart and realize you are source love? It might be easier, better energies for you. How about creating those intentions, writing down a gratitude list, doing your homework, circling and Xing things on your list? Have you done that? They will come up in the next video or two. We give you time. The universe is really in no rush, but yet we are, because you're bringing down your grand source field faster in some cases than you can push it up. You have to find that balance. If you can keep it balanced, but the push up and the pull down is about the same, you are in good space. If the push up is better than the pull down of your energy field, well, then we start to create a better energy field. But if the pull down, the negatives are bigger and better than the push up. If you light workers, all of you who have the code, the understanding, and all of you are a light worker if you tap into your light. But those of you who know you are of the light, if you're not pushing that energy, that happiness, your happiness, into the grand energetic field, then we are pulling it down in sadness. If you're watching my bank will close, and this war, and that war, and this got bombed, and this and that, you are bringing down your field. You are not watching happiness. You are not in happiness, and thus the grand source field is less happy. It is less easy to find happiness in yourself when you are attached to the grand source field, when your field is attached to the grand source field. Are you looking for happiness as well outside of yourself? Happiness is only found when you know you are source love, when you are inside your source love, when you are the source love that you are. You are the happiness you are looking for inside yourself, when you align with yourself and your source love. Do keep these things in mind. Are you looking for happiness outside of the fact that you are source love? Are you looking for happiness in material possessions? Are you looking at happiness by finding the best recipe or taking the best picture of food? Is the happiness found in your $35 sandwich? Maybe, but probably not. You may find temporary happiness while eating the $35 sandwich, but to be honest, did it bring you eternal happiness, or was it just the momentary bliss? Are you now at home $35 less? Although you did send that $35 into the field. You paid for the waiter, you paid for the food, you paid the person who procured the food and sent it to the food corporation that sent it to the restaurant, the distribution company. So lots of people are touched. The chef who made the food, the cashier maybe, the person who mops the restaurant, whatever it is, you are keeping them in business. So there are good things about that. You are circulating. Don't ever think you are just giving away your money or spending down your money. Never. If you hold an attitude of I am helping this person and that person with my sandwich, I am helping the person who made the container for the sandwich. I am helping the person who made the bread, the person who picked the lettuce, the person who picked the tomato, the person who made the hamburger patty or whatever meat, if it is a meat sandwich you have in between. You are all of this. There's tons of things that are touched and affected. Who made the mayonnaise? If there is mayonnaise on your sandwich, or the mustard. Pickles, do you like relish? Lots of things can go into a sandwich. You have affected their fields. You have brought their fields up by helping them by buying your sandwich. If you can see that. We are here to help each other. So when you say you are spending money, you are really circulating your money. You are helping so many different people. You buy a box of Ritz crackers. Yes, I know they are GMO and probably not the most healthy thing, but we are just making a statement here. So you go to the store and you buy your Ritz crackers. Who are you helping outside of Nabisco? You are helping the person who made the crackers. You're helping the person who made the packaging. You're helping the graphic artist, the ink and dye who made the packaging, the person who made the ink and the dye, who made the packaging inside the packaging, the sleeve for your crackers, the machine that made the crackers, who keeps the machine running. All these people are dependent on you because you buy Ritz crackers. Not that we recommend buying Ritz crackers because they're not very healthy for you, but if you buy crackers, you went to buy the GMO, non-GMO wheat, we really do not know, humanity really does not know the effects of eating that GMO 20, 30, 40 years down the line. But again, I digress. What we are stating in your field is, what are you bringing to it when you wake up? Are you bringing peace, calm? Are you putting your hand on your heart? Are you dervishing into your CNN or your Fox News? It's all your choice. But if you're dervishing into news, you're dervishing into this, that, and the other, you're not. You are looking for purchasing things that you do not own, that you may not need. We are not saying to look for printer ink, if you need that, or dishwasher gel detergent or something. Of course not. We are saying buy what you need. Even meet some of your desires. Of course, this is your universe. But if you are just shopping to fill the hole to make yourself happy, you will not find that you are happy, but you will find that eventually the things that you had purchased to make you happy become a burden. They are a burden to you. You're always looking outside yourselves as a species, as humans, for happiness, when the happiness is really finding alignment within yourself. Josh is finding happiness. Why? He is channeling Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. He is in his Dharma. He is finding his peace. He is creating his universe. True happiness comes from those who decide to get off their butt and create their own universe and stop letting their universe be created for them by outside situations. When your heart, your mind, and your actions are in coherence, and this has been said not by me, but by Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bruce Lipton, and many, many others, this is a grand universal truth. When the three, you see, Josh's body even burps. Your body might do the same. His body's burp is a reaction to the fact that what he stated is true for its body. Your body communicates too, so does Josh's. That's a whole nother story, and we will get to that in another video. Lots of things to get to in many videos. But we'll stick to happiness or your unhappiness. Nonetheless. But true happiness comes from within you, finding happiness in you, grounding in your love, grounding in the fact that you are Grand Source love. You cannot bring any dense item into your dense trauma body field and find it will bring you general happiness. You may find it may excite you. Skis. If you like to ski, there are things that I can cancel all of that in some aspect. Because if you like to ski, I'll use that as an example, Josh. It's in Colorado. You can look out and see 14,000-foot mountains with snow. So they're skiing all over out there. But if you love to ski, as an example, or bicycle, your bike might bring you love. Why? Because it is the tool that puts you in the zen when you are bicycling, when you are in that centered space, when you are riding. And you have the perfect cadence, and you are with the wind, and everything in your universe is perfect. Josh used to ride a motorcycle at one point. When he was on that motorcycle, hitting those corners, he had to be so present, or he would be, go buy Avatar. What are you doing that keeps you present, keeps you in happiness? When you are extremely present, out of everything else, you are in happiness, you're in your zone. So if you are a skier in Colorado, your skis may bring you happiness, but the skis themselves cannot. They are just tools. But if you use those skis to go down the hill, and you find that is your passion, and that's where you center yourself, going down the Black Diamond Hill at the Rappahannock Basin at over 12,000 feet, you might find happiness, peace within that in yourself, in the challenge of going down that slope. That's where those skis then might bring you happiness. So there are material items that can bring you happiness. If you're a baker, then your mixmaster brings you happiness. It is the machine, the bowl that births your creativity. Same for the skis. The skis are the tools that birth your creativity. So don't think in mind that objects, things cannot bring you happiness. You cannot have love for your skis or love for your mixmaster. It's not the unit or the tool, the item that is bringing you the love. It is what it creates in your universe. Again, it's a creative universe that brings you happiness. Everything that's generally bringing you happiness is based on creation. If you are just buying something and setting it in front of you, will it make you happy? Maybe for a while. Maybe not at all. Maybe you're just filling a hole of sadness. What are you doing in your universe? It is your universe that you need to look at in your happiness. Are you happy in your relationships? You cannot be truly happy in your relationships if you are not happy with yourself. It is the person who says, I do not love myself and wish to be dead. I am not a happy person inside myself. I dislike myself. You will never find the love they are looking for. They can look outside themselves all day long, but they will not even know if they find the love because they do not love themselves. In order to know love from another, one must know love from themselves. In order to know happiness outside of your inside, you must know happiness inside yourself. True happiness is only truly found inside yourself anyways. Because if you are giving, that's from inside yourself. If you are taking, say, your salary, you make, say, $1,000 a week. You make $4,000 a month. So you take $100 of your $1,000, and you take that and you give it to somebody else by giving $5 bills. You go to the grocery store and help a homeless person, whatever you choose to do. In your gratitude, that will bring you the most happiness. Do keep that in mind. Because sharing what you have as a master creator to somebody who does not know they are a master creator is one of the grandest happy things you can do. You are planting seeds of, they are a creator too. You are planting seeds of, you are worthy. You are source love, just like me. We are all part of the grand source love field. When you do these things, you find that you are more happy. When you walk past you are just a bum. I do not have $5. I just ate my $35 sandwich and cannot give you anything. Leave me alone. Get out of my universe. For example, what then do you expect from your universe? Do you expect to be happy? Or you expect that you are ginning up more sadness in your universe? The choice is really yours. These are all your decisions. You buy these things. You buy these grand things. I'm going to buy a new vehicle. You ground into the vehicle. Nothing is changing your circumstances. You're still alone. You still dislike your job. You have never worked on yourself. So you have not cleared your traumas to find that you are source love. You are truly attached to the dense trauma body. You will buy that vehicle. Wouldn't buy it now at 8% interest in America, but nonetheless, you buy that vehicle. And the vehicle gives you pleasure for a while. You play with the buttons and the knobs. In the vehicle, you imagine yourself, I am a better individual. I am more source love. I am grander because I am in a vehicle. Is that your ego, your super ego, or your heart? Maybe a little vowel. Again, that is your choice to decide how you behave when you purchase your vehicle. How you ground into your life. How you ground into your vehicle. So you buy this vehicle, a month later, it is not bringing you any more happiness. You are still the same person. It's like moving if you are sad. If you are sad and you go, I'm going to move from XYZ to ZYX. That will be my place. I will move there. It will fix things. You are still picking up the broken you and moving it to a new city. Thus, you will sit there and be still broken. Thus, the city will then become broken around you because you are then broken yourself still. All changes must come inside from yourself, from your source. You must do your own work. You must look at your traumas, at your dense trauma body. You must do the work. We are going through your universe. We are teaching you how to do the work. We are teaching you how to find your happiness. Your happiness will not come from material possessions. Your happiness will not come from thinking, I am unhappy, so I want her. All you are going to do if you want her while you are unhappy is transmute your unhappiness to her because you do not know otherwise. You will take a hostage who will be part of your universe, but not the good parts of your universe. If you do not love yourself, you cannot love one another. These choices are all yours. There is no material item, if you are not centered within yourself, that can bring you happiness. Now, for Josh, for example, we are only using this as an example, and he does not know his future. Neither do we truly, although we are helping to guide him into his future. We can see a timeline that he is on, and he states he is on his highest timeline. So we will state this then. If he is on his highest timeline, currently living in an apartment, maybe 2 years from now, maybe a year from now, he buys a house. But because Josh has done the work, he has cleared his traumas, lots of them. There may be unhidden traumas we all have that we don't know, but they come up, you clear them, you let them flow through you, no big deal. You let it go, you write it out, not a problem. So Josh takes his traumas and he has let them go. He is now working in his Dharma, and say his Dharma now produces a house. A house has come into his field through his living his Dharma. We have popped the house into the field. This would be a different house than if you are hustling for your house, or if you are in negative space. I hate my job, but I must buy a house. When something shows up in your field based on the fact that you are doing something with love, out of love, it's something that you do, that you love. You have created that in your field with love and happiness. Thus, it is a different energy than buying a house out of rote. I must buy a house so I don't sit out in the cold. I am unhappy with myself, and my house is just a home. It doesn't mean anything to me. If you do those things, you certainly can. You will not enjoy your home. You will be bringing a lower vibrational space into your energy field, and it may not even be a home of high quality in the first place. It may not be the home you truly even want. It may not be anything that you truly are happy inside with. When you are inside the home, or inside yourself for that matter. These are all your choices. You make those choices amongst yourselves by doing the work or not. The homework that we are setting up is allowing you to see your universe, how you are creating your universe, what you are bringing into your universe. There is other work that you are going to do as well. We are going to talk about the dark night of the soul. Josh spent 7 years in and out of the dark night of the soul. For those who do not understand what the dark night of the soul is, that is why you are sit down. And it's almost done automatically. It's where the traumas are just so much that they are in fight with the light body, where your dense trauma body and your light body are in a dance, where your trauma body is saying, all right, the light body wants to come through, but we have to clear this dense trauma body. The light body knows not that it exists, slightly. There's these traumas, all this energy, all these reactions, all these negative things that I have labeled as negative that have happened in my field to my dense trauma body, so to speak, like Josh's mom abandoning him 7 lifetimes ago. When he found that out, if he did not cry it out, he sat down and went, that is sad. He felt the trauma of his mom walking away from him 7 lifetimes ago. If you can do the same, get to your core trauma and feel it through, then your universe becomes less dense. Then you are playing in your light. You are not playing in your dense trauma body. Your decisions will be of happiness. You will not be making decisions to look for happiness. You will make decisions out of the happiness that you are. That is a very big point. You, as a human race, most generally are making your decisions to find happiness. You're not making your decisions out of true happiness already. So you are looking for happiness based on X, Y, or Z. You will not find it. The happiness is radiating through you because you know you are the grand source love of all. Nothing more. If you are looking for anything else outside, even Josh has been looking for a relationship, let's say. He has. So if she comes into his field, and she is now in Josh's field, are you with me? If Josh is not happy with himself, he cannot be happy with anybody in his field. It's just quite simple. But if Josh is now happy with himself and understands that he is the grand source love, he is attracting those things into his field out of love, not out of fear or neediness to fill a desire or fill a hole. Josh is needy. He is alone. We're not stating that he is, but we are using examples here. You are needy. You are alone. There you go. So you bring these people into your field, but you are still needy and alone. Why? Because you never fixed the fact that you were originally needy and alone and felt needy and alone and created a universe of needy and alone through your trauma reactions. What was the traumas that caused you to be needy and alone? You never got through that. So when people are still in your universe, guess what happens? You are needy and alone nonetheless. You are the wallflower at the party. You are standing there with 100 people who you could speak with, wrapped inside yourself. Why? Because you never did the work. If you figured out why you were needy and alone in the first place and why you always felt that in the first place, and then sat in silence with that and look back through your universe, you would find, I am needy and alone because X, Y, and Z happened to me. And then you would sit down and go, okay, what about X, Y, and Z did I not digest? Where am I feeling out of sorts from X, Y, and Z? Am I feeling slighted or angry or upset or cheated or whatever it is? Or do I just feel sad? Walking through that, writing it out, releasing it, just sitting in the sadness. This happened. I never did feel this drama. I will sit here in the sadness. Let that sit. Sit through that sadness. Watch what happens. You get rid of the sadness, then bring things back into your universe. Watch what happens. Exactly. It is now full of happiness and love. If you are bringing people into your universe to fill a void, and you clear the void because you've been sad because of X, Y, and Z, they will not be a void to be filled. You will bring people into your universe because you are aligned with them in love. Or you are aligned with them in purpose. Whatever it is, you would be aligned with them. If you are not doing your work, you are bringing people aligned based on your trauma. Here's a good example, your trauma bonds. So you have a relationship, you are angry at your universe. You're angry because your mother was mean, making this up. So your mother was mean, and so you now are mean, but you never cleared it. So you might bring somebody into your universe who mirrors your mean mother. So your new girlfriend may be slightly mean to you like your mother was to you. Are you seeing this? You would only be looking for relationships based on your mother's traumas because you do not know any better because you have not cleared that trauma. So if you do not clear that trauma from your mother, that your mother's universe was mean to you in your universe, you will find your girlfriend is the same universe as your mother, mean to you. Is that what you want in your universe? I do not think so, but that's what you would gin up, so to speak, in your own personal universe. Are you understanding how this is working? If you sat down and did your work, you cleared the traumas. My mother was mean to me. And I feel it, and you sit through it, and you realize your mother is her own separate self, and she's mean because she had her own traumas to deal with. And she was mean because she was just a mean person, or she just had dislike in her heart, or she never loved herself, or she was reacting on the traumas that she had had from her parents. When you can begin to see those things and then sit through the trauma within you and feel it through, cry it out, write it out. It was mean, it hurtful. My mother was mean, it was hurtful. She was not nice to me. Examples, for example. Although Josh's mother was not very nice, she was very verbally abusive. If you look in your universes, most of you will find that there are some sort of traumas that your parents passed on based on their behaviors that did not leave you in a happy situation. But I digress. So if you do the work and you sit through and you cry it out and you write it out and realize, I am not that dense source trauma, it's attached to my body. I am the grand source love energy of R. This is just something I've been dragging around attached to my body because I never absorbed it. I never allowed to flow through me. I just said, oh, I would take that, slap it here, and just be more angry and upset in my own universe at myself and everything around me. If you want to do that, that is up to you. It is your universe. It is your choice. We do not recommend that. You will not find happiness. You need to sit through your traumas, write them out, realize that either you created the whole situation yourself or it just is or whatever, but it is nothing attached to you and you are just Grand Source Love. As Grand Source Love, none of it even exists. You are just the energy of love. You are what drives your avatar. You are the Grand Source field itself within you. So if you realize that whatever is happening for you, is it so that you can learn that you are Grand Source Love and detach from your body in the first place. There you go. Did you understand? Are you picking up what I am putting down? Did that make any sense? You may want to rewind to watch that again. But again, I digress. Are you understanding that you are Grand Source Love and that anything that happens to you is really happening to the body? And the body doesn't even exist. It is just whirling electrons and molecules, whirling so fast that you can see the space in between. You can't see the space in between because they're whirling so fast it fills them up. There we go. That is better. So, if you're understanding all of that you are the Grand Source Love and you are not the dense trauma body, if you allow yourself to go, I hate myself. Why? What is it that happened that allows me to hate myself? Was I programmed from 0 to 7 to hate myself? Were there situations that showed me that I was hating myself? Since I hated myself, and my universe then kept repeating situations to allow me to hate myself. If you can see these things, then you can release those things just as well. Are you in understanding? Your happiness is your choice. Now, if you have that grand trauma, your best choice then is to slow down. Write out the trauma. I am feeling this. But again, your universe is going to show you these things. You know what your traumas basically are. You feel it. You know you are not worthy. Why are you not worthy of X, Y, or Z? Because your parents programmed you as you are not worthy. Your Grand Source Love. Worthiness flows through you. We will take you through how to go through a dark night of the soul on paper as well in the not too distant future. Right now we just want to see how you are dervishing your universe, how you are not loving yourself, so you are not in love with your universe is not love, and so you are not aligning with love in everything that is happening in your life. Are you loving yourself in how you eat? Are you loving yourself in how you drink? Are you drinking alcohol to excess? Is that loving for your body? Are you going to gin up energies by drinking spirits and expect love to come into your universe? Are you going to the bar and looking for love in all the wrong places? This is your choice. This is your universe. But if you are looking for happiness in things outside of yourself, in alcohol, for example, that'll gin up spirits that will make you unhappy to begin with, it is for your choice. It's your universe. You create what you choose. This is up to you. What are you choosing in your universe? Your happiness is strictly based on your choice. Your next video will also be about happiness, but about how you work in opposites. You purposely do things to make you unhappy based on your programming and your trauma programming. Why would you create a universe that is making you unhappy, that is purposely leading you into unhappiness? You do this all the time. The point that boils down to is that a lot of people do not want to do the work. It is too comfortable for you to sit in your universe and go, this is what happened to me. I am going to be the reaction of that. Instead of this is what happened for me, and I'm going to grow through that. That is your choice. That is your grand choice in your universe. I would suggest you write that down. Again, what is it I going to do with what happened to me? I'm going to be the traumas that happened and everything that happened to me, or I'm going to grow through what happened for me. Am I going to attach to my dense trauma body all of the things that happened to me, or am I going to see that they happened for me to release me from my dense trauma body so that I can be of more love, more happiness in this universe? I can find the happiness within myself as source love, as the grand source field of all. And what I will send up to the grand source field will be more love, not my traumas and unhappiness. It is all your choice. When you wake up in the morning, are you reaching for your phone? Are you reaching for your email? Are you worrying about your money? Are you worrying about XYZ? Slow down. Wake up in the morning and feel yourself first. Be grateful. I am still here. I am on planet Earth. Woo! Step onto the floor. I am grateful. I have a floor to step on. When you go to the bathroom, be grateful. Have you seen Slumdog Millionaire? Are you pooing and peeing in a pit? No. You are going to the bathroom in your private throne, in your own room with the door closed. So, start with that. If you cannot find any sort of happiness or gratitude in just not having to go run down the street to the pit to go to the bathroom, we must hug. Start from there. Turn off your trauma phones. Turn off your CNN and your Fox News and your Microsoft, Bill Gates, NBC. Turn it all off when you wake up in your dawning and feel yourself. Be grateful for your space. Be grateful you are still here. Take a look at your universe today. What is the universe bringing me today? Today I do what? Today Josh goes to work at 4 o'clock. What are you doing today? Today Josh did a Kuan Yin card. He is now channeling. What are you doing today? This is your universe. What you choose to do in your universe is up to you. But if you want to wake up and dovish your way in thinking, my happiness is going to be based on, or I am still in trauma, but I will force happiness. You will not. Forcing happiness is only covering up your sadness. We are going to leave it generally right here. Daylight channeling does work. Josh will have lighting soon. We'll make this so much better. We are grateful you are here. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain, and we have channeled. Your happiness is your choice. Are you doing the work? Go back to the last video and do your homework. We are going to move forward with that homework in a couple of videos. Your happiness is your choice. Stop lifting your phone to your face in the dawning and expecting to find happiness in its sadness. If you have not done your work, and if you do not love yourself, you will not find the happiness within yourself. If you want to find the happiness within yourself, do your work. Sit down and write a list. I am unhappy. Here is why. We'll start there. If you wake up in the dawning and you do not feel happy, I am unhappy. This is why I feel I am unhappy. Write it out. We'll parallel these things. I'll come back to this too. Love yourself. Love your universe. Don't think that your new watch or your new car is going to bring you the happiness. The happiness comes from inside, knowing that you are source love. Keep those things in mind. We love you. We will be back. The next video will be happiness versus sadness. Take care of yourselves. Stay blessed. We love you. Releasing transmission. All right. I'm going to plug in my phone here. I read my channeling stopped. All right. So now I'm holding the phone. So yeah, grateful for you. Happiness. Yeah, don't ground in your stuff. It's not going to bring you any happiness. It's just stuff that doesn't even exist. Don't ground in your dense trauma body. The only thing that's happy is source love. You are source love. When you find out that you're source love, the rest of it falls away. Happiness. The true happiness shines. Love you. See you in the next video. This one was a tad bit shorter. Don't ask me. It's about 40 minutes. But they're keeping it at about 40 all the way around. 40, 43, 44, 45. Anything past that, they say we lose attention. And if it's an hour, I'm not going to keep you. Love you. See you in the next one. Grateful for you.